Welcome back to another video. I thought as it's so sunny today, I might as well film it outside before it gets too hot. And yeah, two of the prints that I'm about to show you were either created in the garden or inspired by the garden. So yeah, it felt like a fitting place to do this video. So I've got a print release on Wednesday the 31st of July at 7 p.m. UK time. So yeah, I've got 5 prints and a card pack to show you today to talk through like sizes and prices so you know what's going to appear on the shop. So first up there's Bathing Blackbirds. So I created this last month, I think? No, in June. Yeah, last month. It's still July. And there's a video showing the process, so it's inspired by footage from my trail camera by the pond. So this is in an 8x8 inch mount, so that's the outside measurement of the mount. So there's 65 of those and they're going to be £38 each. Next up we've got Wild Skies. So I looked back, I thought I created this in January. I think I actually engraved this in November. I started it then, I almost finished it, but I actually just did the finishing touches to it, moving parts of the sky that I thought were too busy like a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, this is Wild Skies. Again, it's in the same size mount, so it's 8x8 inches. Please excuse the noises, it's quite, there's a lot of traffic and people doing gardening and things today, so yeah, it's not the quietest video. But anyway, yes, there's 50 of these and they're going to be £36. And then we've got the print that I created in my latest video, Rhubarb and Lavender. So I was doing colour experiments with this one, and yeah, it was like quite a challenge for me to create this print because of the subject matter and the colours, but it was really interesting experiment. There's only 20 of these and these are £46. I don't know how cohesive these prints are in this release. It feels like quite random. I think because I was doing quite a lot of experimenting, there's not like a very strong theme to the work this time. And next up we've got another colour experiment. So I actually created this one from like roughly based on a sketch in my sketchbook where I'd used a lot of warm colours and bright colours. These colours are quite muted. That wasn't actually the plan, it was just kind of how it worked out as I layered the colours up. So it's really interesting to kind of learn how these colours work together. So yeah, this one is called Patchwork and there's only 20 of these and they're going to be £48. So all those 4 prints are in 8x8 inch mounts, so all the same size mounts. And then we've got the bigger print. So I didn't know what to call this print originally. I asked on my Instagram for ideas and people sent in some really good suggestions, but a couple of people suggested Winds of Change, so that's what I've gone with. And this one's going to be £72 and there's 55 of these. So yeah, this one felt quite experimental as well because the shape of the block, the lines I used, not so similar to how I normally work, although they are quite similar to Wild Skies because that was kind of like where I first got the idea for this block, I guess. The Wild Skies is like a mini monotone version of this, I'd say. And using like a really limited colour palette was quite interesting. It was actually trickier than I thought. So yeah, this one is in a 10x12 inch mount. Yeah, so those are the 5 prints. So along with these prints, I've got one new card pack that is going to be on the shop. It's got nothing to do with any of the prints, but I have a dog card pack and I've been thinking for ages, I really want a cat card pack to go with it. And I've finally come up with it. So it will look like this. So it's got 4 designs in the pack. And then these are the 4 designs. So this is Home Comforts. It's like a mixture of cat days, a print I made a couple of years ago, and dog days. So these are from a collage basically. And then we've got Cat in the Moonlight, which is my Bee and Echinacea print. That's part of a badger print that I made a year ago. So yeah, it's all collaged up. And then this one, Cat on Mat. So I had a version of this, I still do have a few left in a dog and cat card pack I made for a release I did earlier in the year. For this one I've added like floorboards to it because I thought it would match better with these cards if I did that. So yeah, that one's similar to a card I had before, but it's changed a little bit. And then we've got Morning View. I think this is my favourite of the cards. So yeah, those are the 4 new cards. There are going to be some new cards on the shop over the next few months, but I might swap one out of a card pack that exists and swap one in. And then I think about 3 of the card packs I'm retiring when they sell out, and I'm going to bring in a new card pack. So like, I'm switching things up a bit, I'm just doing it like quietly in the background. I don't think you'll really notice, but there's just a few designs that I don't think go as well. So yeah, I'm just changing them. And then also, there's one more listing. It's been on my shop a couple of weeks. I kind of snuck it on there. A few people have found it. And it's basically, I have hundreds of cards that aren't in current card packs or are in card packs that I'm discontinuing. Or just cards that I ordered that I never released or have only sold at shows. So I think I've got hundreds, if not 1,000 cards that I need to shift, because I'll show you here, but I have where all my cards are, but there's not much space. And with my advent calendars coming in the next couple of weeks, I really need to shift this massive box that I have of cards. So I've got a listing that's like a mystery card pack of 8 different cards. So I'll just select 8 for you from the box that I've got. So they'll either come in a box like this or they'll come in a sleeve depending on your order. Yeah, so it's a way to get lots of cards for much cheaper than normal and to help me out, because yeah, it would take me a long time to shift them at shows because I don't do that many shows and I just kind of need them gone. Also, I had so many cards for sale for in my wholesale section, but I could never work out what was in stock because there were so many designs. So I think if I consolidate everything down to fewer designs, that'll be good. So yeah, it's part of that process as well. So hopefully that was helpful, seeing everything that's going to be on the shop. As I said, it's a little bit of a random launch. I think the next big launch won't be until the end of September when I release my advent calendars, which is kind of crazy because it's so hot right now. It's mad to think about Christmas, but that is the next big thing that I'm doing. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll be back with a new video soon. I don't know what it will be. I can't think past Wednesday at this point. But yeah, if you have any questions about anything, let me know. I'd suggest signing up to my newsletter if you're interested in any of these prints, because you'll get a discount code when they're released. I'll send an email like slightly before 7 o'clock. So you've got it, and that way it will remind you when they're released as well. So I'll put a link to my website in the description, and you can sign up from there if you haven't previously.